Am I really, really, really drugged up on sick medication, or did something happen to your lips?
What do you mean?
You, stop fucking with the sick guy, man. That's not cool. That's not cool.
Did
Don't.
Tara eat a Smurf? Tara did not eat a Smurf. Tara Tara discovered like funky colored lipsticks recently and bought a bunch of them. So this is going to be light for a while because the
Why?
cats are not impressed with funky lipstick. So
You remember Smurfs and Gargamel went to eat the Smurfs, and I'm like, why would you want to put that in your mouth? It doesn't look like it would taste good.
am I?
What?
Do you remember when the Smurfs all got that weird plague that turned them purple and made them hop around going gnap gnap and biting each other's tails?
Yes, that was the best. That was the best moment of the Smurfs in my childhood.
It really that was some weird freaky
That
shit.
was some fuck. That was the Smurf zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, that was like their version of a zombie movie.
And it was awesome because they were just hopping around, biting each other's asses. I don't know why they had to bite each other on the ass, but they were all biting them on the asses.
I didn't intend to do a Killer Frost thing. Someone pointed this out, but I put this stuff on and I realized like it's kind of a Killer Frost color, which I'm gonna have to show my niece because she loves Killer Frost. So
Ugh. So, yeah, I am somewhat here, and we're going to do this, and it's going to be strange because, my God, the store this week is just right off the fucking rails. Like, there are levels to how off the rails this show goes. And just to give you an idea, we're starting at chainsaw.
oh,
That's
I think I know the one. I was gonna send it to you, but I wasn't sure if it was like too bad. What brand is it? It's the can I plug it? Or that is that terrible?
oh, it's fine. We're
It's
not
the
being paid by anybody.
it's Sephora brand's cream lip stain. It's a little liquid lipstick. It comes in like 50 colors. Um, and it's only like $12. So, and they made this when I worked there, and the formula was terrible. They've really improved the formula because it sucked when I worked there. It felt like having sand on your mouth.
See, so as long as we disclose that we were not getting paid for that, everything's fine. And you weren't,
Yeah,
because who would want to fucking pay to be involved with this shit?
lots of people apparently.
It's fair, but no,
It takes you like 10 minutes to get through all of them before you call me.
it's true. All right, let's start this before I am on so much cold medication right now. I have this great plan. I had a great plan. I'll take all the decongestants and my nose will stop dripping. It'll be awesome. And then my cold said, "Hey, guess what? What? You've got something in your ear."
Yeah,
What?
that
It's
happens.
me. Fuck you.
It's all connected up there.
Why? Who's the plumber here? Who got
Because it
in?
has to go somewhere.
Who got in there and decided the ear holes need to be connected to the nose holes?
Do you want to hear something gross?
Well, no, but you're going to say anyway.
When I was a little kid, I didn't like blowing my nose. So I would get a cold and I would never blow my nose and I would just let the stuff drip down my throat and swallow it. I was the only kid who threw up every time she got an upper respiratory infection, and I threw up all snot because I wouldn't blow my nose. I would swallow it all and then throw it all up.
I didn't want to hear that. No one wanted to hear that. That is awful.
I have since learned to blow my nose.
My God. This
But yeah,
overshare. Good Christ.
like every kid has their weird, gross thing. That was my weird, gross thing.
Oh,
I didn't like
God.
blowing my nose.
Oh, let's start this now before shit gets any worse. Jesus Christ. Mother of God. Each week, Catherine, Radio Dead Air audience, go out in the worldwide interwebs, find all sorts of horrible stuff, bring it back here for a little segment we like to call What the fuck is wrong with you? And like I said tonight, we're starting at chainsaw, and just it's escalating from there.
It can only get better from there.
This is from Minola. I think I'm saying that right. I probably am. Even if I'm not, that's probably how they say it. This is from Minola, Florida. And chainsaw-wielding man yells racial slurs at Lake County neighbor, deputies say. Clermont Public Works foreman is on paid leave after he was arrested on New Year's Day for allegedly threatening his neighbor with a chainsaw and yelling racial slurs, precipitating a short standoff with Lake County deputies. John Ratcliffe's next-door neighbor called the Lake County Sheriff's Office to her Minola home at 1 a.m. when she said her 47-year-old neighbor was in his backyard with a firearm and screaming vulgarities toward her and her family. The victim said...
That's a year younger than my husband.
Yeah.
Or, as we like to say, old enough to know better.
Victims say Ratcliffe held up the firearm saying, "This is going to be your last year here." Ratcliffe then grabbed a chainsaw and began cutting down his fence connected to the victim's yard, all while still screaming racial slurs and threats.
Why would you cut down your own fence?
That doesn't seem like it's solving any kind of a problem.
If you don't like your neighbors, for whatever reason, because you're a fucking racist or because they let their dogs poop on their lawn or whatever, the fence is your friend.
I just spent a lot of money to fix my fence. I would, if anyone took a chainsaw to it, I would be very unhappy. I would not take a chainsaw to it. It is very expensive.
Robert Frost, good fences make good neighbors. Anybody?
When deputies arrive, Ratcliffe told them to suck my dick. And did not comply with orders to show his hands. Deputies surrounded the house, and after a 20-minute standoff, Ratcliffe was taken into custody. See, I always thought that when deputies told me to show my hands, that I had to show my hands. I didn't know. All I needed to do was tell them to suck my dick, and everything would be fine.
I mean, you're a white dude, so yeah.
Yeah.
If you were a black dude, that would get you shot. Showing your hands might still get you shot, but that would definitely get you shot.
Mother, why would you? Why? What the fuck did he think was going to happen here?
I don't know. I don't know what the plan was.
The hell was
down your own fence, first of all.
The hell was your end game, man?
This was a bad plan.
There was just you idiots. Why would you do this?
I get, like, maybe he was trying to scare his neighbors out of the neighborhood.
You know what they did? They pulled out their phone and they taped his ass.
Everybody has a high definition camera in their pocket now.
People can do that shit. And when you're out there, you know what? You know what juries really don't like? Racial slurs. They're not fans. They are not fans.
I feel like it kind of depends where you are in the country. Like up here, that might not fly. Like Jefferson Beauregard Sessions country.
Now let's move to Canada. Oh God, I wish I could. But now let's move on to Canada. And I believe we covered this, but it's we covered. God damn it, this keeps happening. It's hard to keep track. Like I said, we've escalated from chainsaw to backhoe.
Oh.
Arrest made in Dominion Pharmacy backhoe break-in.
I feel like by the end of this episode, we're going to find out somebody got drunk and stole the International Space Station. Like, we're just going to escalate.
Police have arrested a man in connection with a break-in at a Dominion pharmacy in St. John's, where a stolen backhoe was used to tear out a wall.
Wow. I mean, way to go for it.
Daryl Denheef, 39, was arrested on January 5th and is facing charges of theft over $5,000 and breaking an entry. Police responded to alarm at the Dominion on Black Marsh Road on January 1st. No, this is a new one. When they arrived, they found the wall had been torn out. It determined a backhoe stolen from the Piper's store parking lot on Elizabeth Avenue was used to gain entry to the pharmacy. A large quantity of medication, including narcotics, was stolen. And he was released from custody to appear in provincial court on February 14th. Why did they let him go?
I know.
No.
Let that dude out?
No. You do not let the guy accused of ripping open a pharmacy like a beer can
all the drugs.
and stealing all the drugs. You don't let him go.
No.
Until they figure out if he actually did it or not. That's what the trial is for. You keep him there because backhoe.
I mean, again, props for just going for it. Balls out, no fucks to give.
But that's
but don't do that though.
That's one of those ones where they're gonna catch your ass.
Yeah.
There are enough cameras around. There are enough people who will notice you getting in the backhoe, you driving down the road in the backhoe, you ripping open the pharmacy with a backhoe.
If you're within like 20 feet of a public place anymore, like a store or a movie theater or anything like that, there's cameras. You're on camera. Like, I think it's more, that's more true in Europe than here, but we have reached a surveillance state. Like, if you're out in public, you're on fucking camera somewhere. That's just how it is.
Well, you'd think this one was pretty bad. A Canadian man stole a backhoe to steal
I don't know
narcotics.
where we go from there.
You don't? I do. We go to Russia.
Oh, God. Someone did hijack the International Space Station, didn't they?
We go to Russia, where a man stole a tank and drove it through the front door of a grocery store to steal a single bottle of wine.
Holy shit!
Man stole an armored personnel carrier from a military driving school, drove it through his town, and crashed through the front of the grocery store.
You probably could have hidden that shit under your coat and they never would have known.
The joyrider drove the armored vehicle through his small town of Apatity, where he badly damaged a parked car and then careered through the front of the supermarket. The man, believed to be drunk, climbed out of the hatch and walked into the aisles before being detained. Local news website Hibony.com reported the man also attempted to steal a bottle of wine after the early morning incident.
So, like, the store wasn't even closed. Like, the store was open.
Open.
So he legit could have walked in.
Yep.
Put a bottle of wine under his coat.
Yep.
Walked out.
Yep.
I mean, you'd have to be slick about it because aforementioned surveillance state, but you didn't need a tank for
Didn't
this
need a tank. Didn't need a fucking tank.
This one Ocean's 11. You have overcomplicated the problem.
Yes. I'm pretty sure you don't need a tank to steal booze.
No. I mean, not unless you're stealing the whole Jim Beam factory. But one bottle of wine? A shopping cart's probably going to suffice for a getaway vehicle. I mean, I don't know how it is in Russia. Maybe you do need a tank to steal wine. I don't know what it's like there. Maybe they have fucking bears guarding the supermarkets and shit.
What? Uh, why would you do this?
Maybe like Vladimir Putin has clones of himself that guard every building in Russia and do judo. I don't know. I've never been there, but I'm pretty confident.
Well,
you thought this.
Now we have an entire smorgasbord of airport bullshit.
Oh God.
Just a lot. That's the next 3 stories.
Is one of them JFK? Because
JFK
JFK is like 9 different kinds of fucked right now. Like if you have to fly out of New York in the next couple weeks, just don't.
What happened? Oh, well, the snow.
Well, first there was the snow, which backed up flights for days, and there was an entire terminal that was just full of unsorted luggage from various redirected, misdirected flights. Literally, just a terminal full of unsorted luggage. Then that terminal busted a water main because it froze and flooded, and they had to evacuate it. So JFK is fucked for the foreseeable future. And there were concerns about it turning into an ice rink because we had single-digit temperatures. So,
well, no,
just fly out of LaGuardia. It's a dump, but
this starts with Ryanair, which is the
that other Irish airline.
Yeah.
Fly Aer Lingus if you're going to Ireland. Don't fly Ryanair because they will for $5 you can just hang on to the wing of the plane.
That's Tara. Click the story.
I did not know that when I said that. Worst superpower ever holds out.
An impatient Ryanair passenger shocked fellow travelers when he forced his way out of an emergency exit after getting fed up with waiting to disembark his flight from the UK to Spain. The man, reportedly a 57-year-old Polish national, ended up perching on the wing of the flight with his hand luggage as the plane sat on the tarmac. He was eventually talked into getting back on board and was held until he was arrested by the police.
Because what you don't realize is those wings are good 20, 30 feet off the ground. They're not going to roll your ass a ladder because you're impatient.
He activated the emergency door and left, saying, "I'm going via the wing." No, you're not.
Tara, be honest with us. Are you secretly God? If I was secretly God, the world would be very different.
Oh, fuck all this. I'm just going out on the wing. What?
Yeah, that's not a thing they let you do. Oh, hi. Okay, you gotta lick your sister's head? All right.
No, it's
Dottie
not.
showed up and Peggy has to lick her head for 10 minutes.
It's not a thing. You just...
That's not what they mean when they ask you if you're sitting in the exit row, if you feel you are capable of the responsibilities. That's not what they fucking mean.
Well, obviously he wasn't.
Yeah.
Obviously he was very, very bad at that. Because every time I sit in the exit row, do you feel like you could open the door and get people out by you? Do you feel I'm like, yes, I do. Because I want the leg room.
Yeah.
But
there would be a lot more kitties. That's true. Cats would never get sick. Cats would never get things like cancer, and people would never be mean to them if I was God. Hippos would be wonderful house pets if I was God. Pepsi would be a right and have no calories and be great for your teeth. Every dude that uses the phrase friend zone would immediately, Little Mermaid style, lose the power of speech forever. The X-Files, like Chris Carter, they would just take it away from him and give it to somebody good. I could go on, but, That's a few of the things if I was God. Just a few.
Okay. Well, that was shenanigans on the wing of the plane. Here's shenanigans inside the plane. I don't know what the fuck happened here. United flight diverted after man defecates, vandalizes bathrooms. Anchorage, Alaska. A United Airlines flight from Chicago to Hong Kong was diverted to Anchorage after a passenger was accused of vandalizing 2 bathrooms. Anchorage Airport Police Lieutenant Joe Gamache says the man spread human waste in the lavatories and attempted to flush his shirt before Flight 895 was diverted to Anchorage on Thursday evening.
Why?
They don't know. They don't know.
Airplane bathrooms are unpleasant enough. They're really small. They're always kind of smelly. There's not real water pressure. Like, it's bad enough. You don't need poop all over it.
And after you fuck up the one, you go and fuck up the other one?
Like, why?
Why did you have to fuck up both of them?
And that's a long fucking flight to make people put up with that.
Why did you try to flush your shirt?
Yeah, you're going to want that.
It's not like they won't notice.
That you're no longer wearing a shirt? Yeah.
It's not like a magic trick. You go in the bathroom, you come back, my shirt disappeared. I'm David
it's a
fucking
magic
Blaine.
trick if you can, like, pull your shirt off really fast without removing any of the clothes over it. Like, you have, like, a cardigan and a jacket, and you pull off the shirt under it, and they all stay on. That's a magic trick. But not after you smeared your shit on the wall.
What? How? There is a bar. It's a very low bar, but there is a bar. It's a very low bar to cross to fly on a plane. And it's simply this. Can you sit in your goddamn seat and be quiet for a couple hours?
I would argue also, can you have basic respect for the carry-on rules?
It's a low goddamn bar.
Yeah.
It's not like, you have a big list of shit you have to do. All you have to do, just get in the plane, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. You'll get where you're going.
Like, we have headphones now. There's no fucking excuse.
And this dude could not even just he's like, sit down, shut up. Nah, I'm gonna smear poop on things.
And, like, airplanes are boring. Like, I flew to Hawaii last year. That's a 10-hour flight. That shit's boring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm flying Ireland this spring to introduce Dan to the rest of the in-laws. And, like, that's like a 6-hour flight. And it's boring.
Mm.
But we have headphones. And we have books and solitaire. Like, there are ways to deal with that.
Yes.
What are you guys? There's a lot of jingling happening in here. What are you guys doing?
There are many ways to deal with that do not include poop.
Yeah.
But wait, where do we go from here? Holy shit on it. Oh, just here you go. I don't even here we go. Tourist overdoses on Viagra, walks naked through airport throwing feces. There he is.
Is that one of the side effects? They don't list that in the commercials.
No, they don't. A naked tourist has been arrested after overdosing on Viagra before running around naked at an international airport. United States resident Steve Cho wandered through the departure hall of Phuket.
I know that because of Lost.
Phuket International Airport in Thailand before stripping naked, yelling incoherently, and throwing his own feces at staff and terrified members of the public.
Nothing has ever been solved by throwing your own shit at people. Ever.
No.
In the history of the world.
No.
Ever.
We stopped doing that for a very good reason. Well, most of us.
Nothing has ever been solved by that. Ever.
The 27-year-old was eventually stopped by 6 security guards and airport staff for being arrested by police on Thursday. Onlooker Wani Ming told local media it was one of the most disgusting scenes she'd witnessed at an airport. Well, hold on, Miss Ming. How many disgusting scenes have you witnessed at an airport? Do you have a scale? Is there a basis of comparison here?
That depends, I think, on how much you like children. Because children in public are disgusting. They're drooling on things, they're crying, they're covered in whatever they've been eating recently. So, you know.
The airport staff tried to make him calm down. They were talking to him, but he ignored them. It was very bad. Cho told police he was unaware of his antics, revealing he had taken too many, quote, sex drugs.
Is that a thing? Can you take too much Viagra and go insane? Like, I know that happens with Ambien.
Well, that
would take an Ambien and do shit you don't even remember.
That would explain a whole lot of shit.
But I don't remember that being a side effect of Viagra.
No.
Because I was going to ask, how did they know he OD'd on Viagra? Like, was he sporting the most majestic boner ever while he threw his shit at people?
Hey, everyone, come see my penis. Have some poop. Yay! It's a festival for my dick. Yay!
Like, is that a thing?
Not only that, why were you...
Does taking too much Viagra make you crazy?
Well, you apparently you don't have any blood to run your brain anymore.
I guess. That is the old joke. Men are given 2 heads and only enough blood to run one at a time.
Okay, one of the things about Viagra that a lot of people just have this weird preconception about, it's just like it makes you virile and you want to fuck things and you're no. All it does is direct the blood flow to your dick. It forces you to have a priapism. That's what it does. And
like, it's not going to give you sex drive you didn't have.
No. It's just fucking with your chemistry there. It makes your dick function by forcing it to. And you have to plan for that shit. Okay? When you take Viagra, you're supposed to plan your day around it.
Oh, yeah, because it's not just take one every day. It's like you have to take it like an hour before you intend to stand at attention.
So this guy apparently did not have his plans or just thought, I'm going to take sex drugs. I'm awesome.
And run through the airport.
Yeah.
Like, what were your plans at the airport?
It doesn't say if he was supposed to be on a flight or not.
Somebody just watched a little too much porn?
Oh, no, he was supposed to, his trip was to Incheon was canceled. He was brought to the police station for further investigation. So he thought, okay, wait, he's going to the airport to get on a plane and just...
Yeah, he watched too much porn. Because that's not what flying's like at all. Air travel is the single least sexy activity in which you can partake in public.
I do not understand the Mile High Club. I do not. Not unless you're talking a private jet.
I mean, I'm terrified of flying, so I don't either, because that's the last thing I'm thinking about. I am laser focused on not plummeting out of the sky to my death or a mysterious island with giant Egyptian statues.
The only place on a plane to get any privacy is the aforementioned awful bathroom,
which might be covered in feces.
Yeah. And also, if you go in the bathroom to fuck, everyone is going to hear you fuck. Everyone on the plane is going to hear you fuck.
I don't even know how you fit 2 people in there.
I am a very large person. Yeah, I was rewatching Fringe, and you remember the porcupine guy?
Yeah, that's early on.
You know what I noticed about that scene? The bathroom on that plane is gigantic.
It's like an apartment.
It is. It's huge.
You
That's not.
definitely wouldn't have enough space to transform into a giant porcupine monster in a real airplane bathroom. You just wouldn't.
No, I am a huge person, and I barely fit in the damn thing. I like have to turn around by like rotating my feet to like.
I'm a tall person, and so like bending to pull my jeans back up is a problem because I can't bend in there because I'm this long and the room's this wide and
Yeah. So I don't get the whole Mile High Club thing. Unless you're on a private jet, then yeah, you do whatever the fuck you want. But if you're on a commercial jet, what are you doing? And this guy obviously didn't get it because he thought, well, let's
they do have most large airplanes for longer flights. There's a hidden area above the cockpit for the flight attendants to sleep in with like little like mattresses and stuff. Yeah. It's usually above the cockpit. There's just a little like loft area so that on longer flights, when the flight attendants are working in shifts, they can get a couple hours sleep. It's true. Look it up. So I guess if you could sneak in there,
that doesn't sound real.
It's true.
That doesn't sound like a real thing.
If you're on like a 12-hour flight, do you think the flight attendants work that whole time? They work in shifts and they're not taking up seats that they could make money on. So they have a little loft area.
That can't be a real thing.
It is.
Wait, are you telling me the flight crew are fucking on the plane?
Probably.
Well, that's just great. Okay. Oh, okay. That now okay. Okay, that's you've made flying worse. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jiggly Saint wants to know if that's why it's called a cockpit. You've made it worse.
I can make anything worse. I made your cold worse.
Yeah.
You didn't think that was possible. But I told you a charming story about me vomiting snot. I can make anything worse.
So anyway, what have we learned this week? We've learned Viagra is not a make you sexy man drug. It is all it does is make your dick stand up. And
don't overdo it.
Good God, no.
Like you don't need extra. Like it's not like if you take double the dose, your dick's gonna get twice as big. Like without surgical enhancement, your dick is only physically capable of getting so big. That is your window.
If you take double the dose, what's going to happen is you're not coming down. You know why they say contact your doctor if you have an erection that lasts more than 4 hours? That's when they have to operate. They have to cut it. They have to bleed your dick.
And nobody likes that. Nobody likes those people that cut the hot dog in half to put the mustard in the middle. Nobody likes that.
We've learned that, oh God, there's a low bar for airline travel, and it is possible, in fact, to not even be able to pass.
I feel like
over
you could apply that to being in public in general. Like there's a minimum required of you to be in public and be a decent human, and people fail it every day.
We've learned if there's something on the wing of the plane and it's you have fucked up.
They should do that Twilight Zone episode. Because they never told the story from the monster's point of view.
Yeah. I got it.
Maybe he just wanted to get the fuck off the plane.
We have learned taking heavy equipment and smashing it through stores to steal things will get your ass caught.
Yeah.
It might seem...
Subtlety is what you want in a theft.
It might seem like such a simple plan.
Well, that's because it is a simple plan. That doesn't
Yeah.
make it a good plan.
And finally, we've learned, hey, guess what? If you're waving around a chainsaw and yelling racial slurs at your neighbors, you're going to get arrested.
Mm-hmm.
You and even
Even
more,
in Florida.
and even more, if you work for the city is not going to want you to work for them anymore
They tend to frown upon that sort of thing.
because someone's going to tape your dumb ass
Yeah.
and you go to jail. Also, you cut your own fucking fence, you fucking idiots.
I will bet you cash money if we follow up, he tries to sue those neighbors to pay for his fence. I will fucking bet you that asshole tries to sue somebody to pay for that fence.
Uh,
Because he's that kind of 5-alarm asshole.